Hey, thanks for joining me. I've been really passionate about something new in my life, and I'm sure a lot of people already are, but this is kind of new for me. And it's simply about just the health benefits of drinking tea, just allowing tea to be a big part of your life. So I have my notes here because there's a lot of content and information I want to try to squeeze into this video real fast. And I've also got some visual aids, so if you want to bear with, yeah, and let me just share some of the things I've been learning about tea, that would be awesome. And I'm sorry about the noise in the background. Boys will be boys. So, there are probably over 1,000 varieties of tea, and even like certain teas, like specifically green tea, can have tons of varieties under the green tea umbrella. So there's herbal teas, there's green teas, oolong teas, there's just so many different types. And so I don't know about all of them because I'm new at this too, and I wish I would have started drinking herbal teas a long time ago. Just the more I've researched about tea and the more I've started drinking it and the healthier I feel, I'm just like, oh, I wish I would have known about this earlier. So that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm trying to get the word out, drink tea, be healthy. It's kind of my passion in life. So yeah, tea started out to, it was considered to be only for the high class, but the more it gained in popularity, the more, common it became in just regular households, high class, not high class, it was not created, but it was birthed in China, drinking tea from tea leaves, and then somewhere in BC it was learned that you could, use teas and drink it or whatever, sorry. And then it spread to, I think, Japan, and of course Europe, Great Britain, and then England. Probably about the 1700s, tea became the main drink of choice. In our Western culture, coffee, you hear about coffee probably more than tea, and that's kind of sad. I like coffee a lot, sadly, but tea is really underestimated, and it's one of those awesome things people don't really know about. It's just, anyway, I'm rambling, sorry, rabbit trail. So I wanted to go ahead, okay, so I have some of my teas right here. I've started a collection, just for an example. I'd like to get more, but I'm like, I don't want to be a tea hoarder either. So I've got peppermint, dandelion root, catnip. I don't know if you know this, but catnip is, you could use it in a supplement or a tea. I like to drink it at night. It helps you relax. Catnip was originally used to help de-stress or relax somebody, but because cats like it, we've kind of, I guess, forgot that humans can consume it too. So I thought that was cool. It's actually really yummy. I've got chamomile anise. This is Keith's favorite. He drinks that. I don't like it as much, but he loves it. I've got decaffeinated green tea. Green tea is awesome. I've also got white peach oolong. It's one of my favorites. I've got tension tamer. It's kind of a complex of a couple different teas. And then I have sage. This is one of my favorites also. What's it called? I've just created a taste for it. I've learned to like it. It's not like, ooh, yummy. But once I started reading how healthy it is and all the things it does for you, I've just learned to love it. And now I'm like, yummy sage. So, yeah, let's see. A tea contains, oh my goodness, vitamins, vitamin C, B, E. I probably could not name them all. They also have proteins, minerals, antioxidants, just so many things, and each one's a little bit different. So I'm just kind of giving you a broad idea of how awesome teas are. I like vitamins too. So teas can stimulate your health and immune system, and I have a huge list. The symptoms and the problems and the diseases and the issues people face in our culture, and I mean throughout history, is limitless. I mean, I have a book on, you know, health problems and diseases, so I couldn't name them all, but I'm just going to throw about 30 of them that they can help out with. And let me insert a disclaimer. I'm not a doctor. I'm not any type of nurse or anything. I'm just a person who loves being healthy, and I love to learn about health. My son and I were very healthy for several years, and coming through that, or going through that journey, and coming out the other side healthier and happier and passionate about helping other people and getting the word out, just has made me just love anything healthy. And yeah, so anywho, it can stimulate your health and immune system. Tea is a superfood. I love superfood stuff. There's several other things I want to do videos on other superfoods, but tea is definitely in the superfood category. It can help with diabetes. It can protect and strengthen your vision. It can help with heart problems, diseases, stroke. It can help with stroke prevention. It can help your arteries, cholesterol, blood pressure, teeth and gums, inflammation, and it's antibacterial, so it can actually detox, you know, bad bacteria. It can help with inflammation. It can help with weight issues, allergies, IBS, which is irritable bowel syndrome, like constipation, abdominal pain. It can also help with depression or anxiety and stress. It can help with Parkinson's, migraines, headaches, Alzheimer's, dementia. It's a brain aid. I mean, the right teas for the right thing. I mean, teas are awesome. I'm sorry. It can stimulate your brain and improve memory. It can also just help with the common cold and the common flus and sinus infections and problems people get here and there. It can reduce fatigue, or, you know, chronic fatigue, insomnia. It can increase dopamine, which I believe is a happy hormone. We all want that. It can help fight off cancer. It's a big one. It can help prevent or get rid of kidney stones just through the detoxing of tea. It can help your skin. It can also flush out toxins, which I think I had already mentioned. So that was quite a list. Maybe it was too much, but I just wanted to give you an overall view. I mean, I don't know if you're a tea drinker, but if you're dealing with any type of issue, even if it's not an issue I haven't even mentioned, then, you know, just research it, check it out. I have a book. It's like the health Bible. It has almost any disease or sickness or symptom that someone can have, and I'm like finding things in here that are highlighted. So I have not read this entire book, but if the boys have something, oh, my ear hurts, I'll like go to the book. Well, what can I do to help with that earache? Or I have a friend who calls me here and there, and she'll say, I'm having this problem. Can you look in your book and tell me what I need to do? And so this book is awesome. It's the Prescription for Nutritional Healing, and it's got something on it. So this also, it has supplements you could take. It also has different herbal teas you can take for something. So for example, I'm just like randomly gonna pick something. For the problem of, I don't want to do that one. Well, I don't want to do that one either. Sorry. It's like constipation, bee sting. Let's get something different. So this is, okay, athlete's foot. Let's see if there's a tea you can take for athlete's foot. I don't see anything, but I know that if you soak your feet in green tea, that can help with athlete's foot, just as a side note. So tea's awesome, right? artery, that sounded weird when I said that, artery function, helpful, herbs, green tea, right, green tea is one of the big ones. Okay, so green tea, out of all the teas, green tea is probably the, out of all the superfood teas, green tea is probably the best. It has so many health benefits, and if you have, come here. Anyway, I don't know what I was gonna say, sorry. I get to be kind of spacey sometimes. Thanks for bearing with me. Just gonna go off my notes. I was seeing a holistic doctor, and I had asked her about tea, or she had told me about tea, and because we take a lot of vitamins, and I had asked, well, is tea, and she said, tea is so underestimated or underwhelmed. Like, people don't give enough credit to tea. And I kind of wanted to give you a visual aid on drinking tea. So when we take vitamins, we swallow it, and I don't know, 5 or 10 minutes later, it bursts into your system and does what it does. And vitamins and supplements are really awesome and healthy. But tea, I kind of want to show you what tea does when you drink tea. So I've just got a glass of watered down ice. Let me pour it out. So when you drink tea, just imagine this is the inside of your body. It just goes everywhere. Literally, no pun intended. I just spilled tea. But if these are all your body parts inside, it just goes everywhere throughout your body. And when she told me that, I was just like, yeah, that's true, because you're drinking it. It's like, what could be better than to, drink tea? I mean, but, don't get me wrong. Supplements and vitamins in the pill form are awesome too. But there's just so many other benefits to tea that I'm going to talk about, other than necessarily like health, or not health benefits, but like physical benefits. There's also some mental and emotional benefits too. So some of those benefits, when I drink tea, I prefer warm tea, so I always warm up my tea, and it's just, I feel like tea is so soothing. Like, when I've been trying to get my sons to start drinking tea, they're like, blah, ew, gross, 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 because it's not like Kool-Aid or juice or anything. But the thing I just keep on falling back to is that it may not be delicious like, ice cream or a lollipop, but it's soothing. It's just so, I don't know, relaxing and soothing. I can't explain it other than that. And because of that, how I've explained it, they've slowly, especially Kiki, has slowly learned to like tea too. And they're like, yeah, it's not good, but it's soothing. And so I was actually going to have them say something, and I asked them both, well, what do you think tea is to you? Like, what do you think it does for you in a positive way? And Kiki said, it makes me peaceful. That was the first thing he said. And then Bay said, it's relaxing. So there you go. So yeah, and tea also is kind of some benefits I'm going to mention. It's fun to drink, it's something to do. It keeps something in our hands, something, I like to be warm, so for me, even in the dead of summer, I want to be warm. So for me, it's just something to hold, and it's comforting. If you prefer iced tea, that's another way to, after you warm it up or steep it. If you prefer just having a cold drink, I don't know, it's just something to do and something to hold. Let's see, it also is really, I think, really awesome to recover with tea. If you've had a loss in your family, or you've been in a car accident or something, a job loss, or something sad has happened to you, then, I don't know, just, it feels like it could be really therapeutic in a mental type of way. Just, I don't know, something to comfort you during, a stressful time in your life or a sad time in your life. So sometimes you can drink tea or as an alternative to munching. Sometimes we're not necessarily hungry, we just want to put something in our mouth because it's fun, right? Tea is fun. Tea can be fun, sorry. So sometimes if you get the munchies but you're like, oh, I shouldn't, but I want to, I'm not hungry, but I just want to put something. Tea is a great alternative because it's healthy and it's just, I don't know, for any situation it just works, you know, it's soothing, it's fun, why not? You could drink tea when you're socializing, you know, at someone's house. I go to my friend's house and she always has like more tea than I do, and she's like, do you want tea? And it's just like, even if she offers me a tea I'm not familiar with or I don't necessarily like, it's still fun, you know, socialize, we're all drinking tea and visiting. It's also fun to drink tea on your way to work. I did that yesterday. It was a little bit of a commute to work yesterday, and it was just kind of nice, you know. Driving can be boring, especially if you drive a lot. And if you have a long commute to work, why not just have a cup of tea on hand? Sometimes I'll do coffee, but yesterday I did tea and it felt pretty good. So it's just kind of something fun to do. Drink tea while studying. I've been studying for a big exam lately, and last night I was studying and I had my tea off to the side and it was getting warm, and I don't know, it's just, again, I keep on defaulting to that word. It was just comforting and kind of fun to have my tea while I was studying. You can drink tea while you're doing your devotions. I do my devotions in the morning and I'll usually do coffee, but sometimes I will do tea, and it's just kind of nice to have something on the side while you're, you know, doing your devotions or meditating or whatever. Tea can be a morning ritual you do, just something you get up and kind of look forward to having, maybe your favorite tea or a new variety you've never tried. It can also be a evening ritual. Some teas like catnip can be really relaxing and soothing and kind of get you in the it's time for bed feel. Or some others like oolong, I believe, is caffeinated, so oolong can be like a morning, whatever, you know, whatever works for you. We're all different. You can drink tea with a friend. We all hear about going to coffee with a friend. Well, why not drink tea too? You know, it's really a cheap, compared to some coffee places, it's really a cheap, fun thing to do with a friend. You can drink tea while watching a movie. We like to eat popcorn, but tea can be fun while you watch a movie. Also, you could drink tea while you're lounging outside, soaking up the sun or soaking up nature. Just add tea to it and raise those frequencies. You can, and I do this a lot, drink tea while you read. So I have my book in one hand and I'll have, you know, my tea, and that's like a vacation for me. Tea and a book and I'm good. Tea can also be a great gift. We visited someone several months ago and she was in the hospital, and we'd never met her, but a friend wanted me to meet her, so the boys sang a song to her, and we didn't know what to get her because we'd never met her, but she was recovering from a surgery, so we got her a box of tea and a little card, and we found a poem online about tea, and so we wrote, and so yeah, it was just kind of a fun gift, and I don't know if she drank it, but it's just kind of a nice gift. It's a sweet gift, and it wasn't, you know, too expensive. So tea can make a really great gift. Actually, that's funny. I have my little visual right here. Someone a couple of years ago got me this beautiful teacup set, and I've never used it. It's almost too pretty to use. So you could also, you know, do something like that with tea as a gift. Kind of an idea. Christmas is just around the corner. So anyway, it's also, like I said a few minutes earlier, we go to our friend's house and she's always offering tea, and I don't think I've had the same tea at her house even twice. So it's kind of a hospital thing. Oh, would you like some tea? And it just sounds really just friendly. And so anyway, just some fun things you could do with tea, some ideas. And I have a few more notes I wanted to fit in there. You could, like I said, you could drink tea hot or cold, depending on the weather, depending what you like, or maybe you like both. I like to drink my tea hot. But actually, I have it's plugged in right now. I don't know if you can see. Ouch! I have it's a candle warmer, but I use it as a tea warmer and coffee warmer. So I'll fill up my cup with cold water, put my tea bag in, and just let it steep for like 10-15 minutes. And it's not hot. It's like a soothing warm. Like right now I'm holding it because it's just so nice and warm and cozy. So I don't know if you could see that in the video, but it's plugged in right now. But I have a little candle warmer, but I don't use it for candles. I use it for my tea. So I dropped my notes. Okay, also I wanted to mention that tea raises your frequencies and vibes, and if you know anything about the law of attraction, it's not even just about the law of attraction, it's just about living. So we are all vibrational beings, and when we're happy or feeling soothed or not stressed and just in a good state of mind, our frequencies or our vibrations are higher. So higher means basically happy. This is like layman terms, sorry. And the lower your frequency means like sad, depressed, So when you eat or consume or drink anything healthy, it naturally raises your frequencies or vibrations. So if you are drinking tea, it will raise your vibrations because maybe not consciously you are thinking about, oh, I'm going to drink tea because it raises my vibrations, but subconsciously your body knows it's healthy and your body is happy and it feels better. So naturally your vibrations will, rise to a higher level. Let's see. I like to drink my tea straight up just because I don't feel like with all the sugar I consume, not sugar, but I do splurge here and there. I don't need more sugar. I do like my chai teas, which the packaging is processed, or the chai is processed that I drink, so that's high in sugar. And then I like my chocolate once in a while, it's just sugar. So I don't drink my teas with anything other than the tea, straight up. But a lot of people do. They'll add organic sugar or stevia or honey. Honey is a natural, awesome sweetener. If I used sweetener to sweeten my tea, I would probably use honey or stevia. You could use maple syrup. Maple syrup is also organic, natural. That is not the processed pretend maple syrup. But so I would probably use honey. So I don't, but if I did, that's what I would use. So let's see if there's anything else I wanted to say. Oh yeah, one last thing. Tea, the less processed you can drink your tea, the better. The more organic, the better. The more fresh, the better. So some of these are organic. Some of them, I don't think this one is, to be honest. I don't think this one is, to be honest. And it's also been decaffeinated, which means it's been processed for that to happen. So, I'm not perfect, but, try to drink fresh, organic, as much as possible tea. The less processed, the better. It's as simple as that. So, I'm so sorry I rambled on. I much prefer taking videos of the boys playing and doing silly things, but there's just something in me that I just have a passion for health, and if somebody shares knowledge with me, I don't want to be stingy with it. If I learn something, I want to get it out, because there's a lot of sick people out there, and we were sick for a long time with no answers, and it just hurts my heart to see people, so many sick people, and they don't know why, because we've been there, and I know how it feels just needing help, and we spend a lot of money on health, and in the end, it was really basic things that we just didn't know about. Drinking tea, is one of them. Drinking healthy water. I can't go on. There's so many things. I want to continue doing these videos. So yeah, thanks for bearing with me. I appreciate it. you sticking with me through all my rambling and rabbit trails.